grind hard to get ahead. He's trying to go backwards.
Feelings from the past, pray the Lord block it all out.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy. Catch you on these YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are lit, eh? Lit thing motherfucking teeth, man. Turn up. Today, to motherfucking day. Hey man, say man. Yes, sir, we releasing Amari Cooper, man. Amari Cooper was nice as hell, man. He had his time with the Cowboys, but he just did not fit, man. We can blame it on that because he was injured on some of the season. But the time we need Amari Cooper to step up, man, he was not sure, nigga. He did not play on certain games, nigga. He cut back and everything, bruh. We finna watch this video. We finna watch, and they finna sign Michael Gallup. Yes, sir.
I think they'll try to trade him before they release him, which I think makes some sense. Now, it's a big contract. It's $20 million.
I told y'all niggas Michael Gallup was gonna be the receiver.
I do not believe
the watch out
he'll be
receiver,
back next year, but I'm not so sure that it might take him.
I
think
they
they'll
gonna sign Michael Gallup to
trade him, see
extension,
what they can do. See if they can get some value for him before they ultimately decide to release him. There's no rush.
We actually made a video on this a couple of days ago, so the warning signs were there that the Dallas Cowboys might want to move on from Amari Cooper. Well, we got confirmation from our very legitimate sources today. Schefter, Rappaport, and the entire NFL community went rampant with this news. Before we get to the content, just a reminder, we're giving away $500 to a subscriber that turns on our notifications on this channel. We're also giving away $500 to a follower on Instagram. Now that we got all that out of the way,
bruh, I knew it, bruh. Amari Cooper was about to disappear, man. They wasn't about to pay that nigga no $20 million a year, bruh. He didn't do nothing. We didn't make it to the fucking playoffs.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? If you guys were paying attention from the finale of the Dallas Cowboys season all the way up until now, you'd see the warning signs coming along.
Yes,
Jerry Jones said right when the Cowboys got eliminated that he was disappointed with Amari Cooper's production.
He didn't do
and that
shit.
was like the very first time that I was thinking that, hey,
there
may be an issue here.
Spot,
as time went on, more recently, Stephen Jones came out and said on March 1st that it's too early for him to commit to Amari Cooper. But if you paid attention to the salary cap, and I'm not saying that I'm a capologist or anything, you'd see that the warning signs were there. The Dallas Cowboys are over the salary cap by $13 million. Amari Cooper is set to make $22 million, and if they were to cut Amari Cooper, he would cost $6 million against the cap.
I understand that nigga was good for a certain time, bro.
Salary cap issues by cutting.
If you think about it, he deserved the money, but not for the Cowboys.
Amari Cooper. And it looks like that's what the Dallas Cowboys fully intend on doing. Because according to Adam Schefter, the Dallas Cowboys are likely to release wide receiver Amari Cooper by the start of the new league year. Per league sources, Cooper
is due $20 million in fully guaranteed money on the 5th day of the new league year. There's multiple thoughts I have on this situation. One is, it drives me absolutely crazy that the Dallas Cowboys decided to overpay Ezekiel Elliott just so they could be put in a position where they can't retain one of the best route runners in the entire NFL. In my personal opinion, I think Amari Cooper is a top 5 route runner in the NFL. He's one of the best wide receivers and is remarkable at getting open. He's tremendous in open space as well. And I felt like the combination of him, Ezekiel Elliott, and Michael Gallup was very fun to watch when we were at full strength. Spot, bro. Once he dropped the CeeDee Lamb, he should know it's over,
the Dallas Cowboys weren't able to make the most out of that trio this past year. Ian Rappaport sings a completely different tune on this. He says that the Cowboys could potentially look for a trade for Amari Cooper, and on the Pat McAfee show, they suggested the idea of, hey, could the Cowboys be saying this just so they could coax someone into trying to trade for Amari Cooper, very similarly to
if we can trade the motherfucker, we can trade out
earlier. This isn't the exact same situation. Stephon Gilmore didn't have near the cap hit that Amari Cooper did. This isn't in the middle of the season either, and no one wants to really take on that contract that Amari Cooper has. This is where it gets a little bit strange.
That $20 million,
because in addition to this, According to Charles Robinson, part of the plan, according to a league source of his, is buttoning up a long-term deal for Michael Gallup. Cowboys felt like it was an
Michael Gallup
was
gonna be that nigga, bruh.
I'm assuming this is because they feel like CeeDee Lamb could eventually take over Amari Cooper's role, and also because they could sign Michael Gallup to a significantly
Michael Gallup is nice, nigga. I had that nigga in my career, man, playing with the Dolphins, nigga.
By the way, he
that
gave up a first-round pick for him. He has been absolutely phenomenal in every single season he's played for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, this past year wasn't nearly as good as previous years. Amari Cooper's yards per reception average was better than it was last year, and he was a 1,000-plus yard receiver in the 2 years prior.
Well, somebody pick his ass up, shit.
Touchdowns this year as well. This is
we save a little bit more money and
motivated.
people
Now,
won't.
I'll tell you what about this drives me crazy. I come from a very new school football philosophy where I don't believe in overpaying for a running back. I don't believe in drafting a running back in the top 10 in the NFL draft.
But Zeke was something special,
Elliott.
bro.
I love his personality.
When he came out, bro, that nigga was something
Dallas
special.
Cowboys, and I'm just trying to take
That
the
nigga came
whole
out,
concept of actually liking the guy out of the
That nigga was
equation
nice,
to say
bro.
that paying him the amount of money that the Dallas Cowboys did was a clear mistake, especially when you take a look at what they were able to do with Tony Pollard. Yes, he makes a significant difference.
But
in
nigga, you
pass
need that
protection
1-2
as well,
punch,
but
nigga. You
no
can't do that
running
with
back should
just
be getting
Pollard,
paid
bro.
that type of money
Pollard like a
over that
speed
period
back.
of
He needs
time.
to be
And
one
in
of
my
every
opinion,
down
it
back.
would have potentially made more sense to cut ties with Ezekiel Elliott than
Fuck
Amari
no.
Cooper. Maybe Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott have a close connection. I'm really not sure. But cutting Amari Cooper to pay Michael Gallup, as Marcus Mosher would say over here, has never made sense.
Zach
Gallup
Black
has
is the
missed
Redskins.
more games than Cooper
CeeDee
over the
Lamb made
last
that nigga do
few
that shit,
seasons,
bruh.
and he's never been as productive. And although Michael Gallup was never as productive as Amari Cooper, there's been times
Gallup
where
nice.
he was really freaking close. If you just look at his statistics, he has one over 1,000 yard receiving
He just been
season,
hurt, bruh.
and the season after he was very close to it with 843 yards. But ultimately, man, this entire situation is an
Now I can't wait for
absolute
Michael Gallup to show
disaster.
these niggas
So
what's up,
Josina
bruh.
Anderson also comments on this, saying that I'm told it's a possibility that the team may release him because there are a lot of moving parts with the contract cost of other players like DeMarcus Lawrence, Dak Prescott, and Michael Gallup, but they've not committed to a move one way
I
or
bet
the
Amari
other
Cooper like,
yet.
damn, what
And
did I
finally,
do?
Jordan
I
Schultz's
thought
take on the
we
matter
were
is he
working.
just spoke with a high-ranking NFL scout,
No, nigga.
saying that even with the money
The
they're
time we need
saved,
you to
I don't
jump on
get
that bitch, you was
releasing
not
Amari
sure,
Cooper.
bitch.
He's a great player, and Dak's always better when he targets him. The market for Amari Cooper will be enormous.
Good.
We already have word
I
that
hope
the
that he
Cleveland
get
Browns
picked
are
up.
already targeting Amari Cooper, and in this year's free agency class, if you're a team that really needs a wide receiver, Amari Cooper easily strengthens an
Yep, somebody
already
been picking him up.
really
All right, no, off the
robust
bat,
wide
nigga.
receiver
Somebody been
class
picking up
that
that nigga.
features Devontae Adams and Chris Godwin. I would put him obviously behind Devontae Adams and slightly over Chris Godwin, especially because Chris
I ain't
Godwin
gonna
just
catch
came
niggas
back
good as hell,
from
though.
ACL
You know what I'm
injury.
saying? But it is
There's
what
a
it is.
huge likelihood that Devontae Adams and Chris Godwin could either get the franchise tag or will inevitably remain on their
Dak
team.
just gotta
So as a
step up
player
now.
that could definitely
You can't
join
make
a
no
brand
more
new
excuses
team,
for that.
Amari Cooper is going to have a huge market for any team that really needs a wide receiver. I understand the move. I'm very frustrated at the move. I feel like the Cowboys invested in the wrong areas, and now it's coming to bite them in the ass. I mean, just looking at our cap situation, Ezekiel Elliott has a cap number of $18 million. Amari Cooper is just $4 million over
That's
that.
a lot of- that's a
Especially
lot,
when you
bitch.
consider the fact that we have Tony Pollard on the team. Some people might be wondering why we don't cut Ezekiel Elliott instead. Well, that's because if we cut Amari Cooper, the dead money in that situation would be $6 million, whereas the dead money with Ezekiel Elliott will be $30 million. So the Dallas Cowboys are absolutely stuck. They also have $9 million in dead money.
So we betting
because
all on
of
CeeDee Lamb and
Jalen
Michael
Smith,
Gallup brothers,
Keanu
what we
Neal,
gotta do?
and Bradley
And Cedric
Amari.
Wilson.
So for lack of a better way of saying it, the Cowboys don't have any other option than to take this route. He's quite literally the only player they could cut to get themselves into the green in regards to their salary cap situation. So this move is definitively happening.
So we
Let me know
had
in
to
the
do it,
comment
bruh.
section down below what
Ain't
you
no
guys think
back
about all
end
this.
wheel
I
choice.
personally
Coop,
am not
man.
a big fan of this
But
move
Coop, he was not
whatsoever.
putting in that
It's
with
the
CeeDee
situation
on
that the
them
Dallas
great games,
Cowboys
bro. I ain't gonna cap.
dug themselves into a really bad
He
hole,
just
and this is
get
the
injured
only way they could get out of it.
Yo,
Aside from
ugly
that,
ass.
I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.
Hey, man, say, man. Okay, how I really feel about Coop jumping out the motherfucking coop. Coop is a hella good receiver, you dig? It's just the time when we need that nigga to step up and do what he need to do. He did not play, nigga. He sat up for games. He played like two plays, get hit real bad, and sit out the whole game. And like we lose. Like, nigga, we need you to play, nigga. We paying you this much money. We don't need you to sit out more games and just chill, man. We need you to play, bitch. Nigga, go work through the motherfucking injury. That's why we get paid. That's why you get paid fucking millions. Hey, man, say, man, I already know somebody's gonna pick that nigga up. And hopefully, but I bet if they pick that nigga up, he gonna do something good, bro. But it is what it is, man. Hope your nigga like this thing, straight hood, and outside shit. And yeah, deuces. Fuck with your boy.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.